My name is Tina and I'm a disabled pet owner.
Tell us a little bit about your disability.
I have a disability. It's called cerebral palsy. It is caused at birth by some sort of brain damage. What happened to me is I was a forceps delivery and they squished my head and I had loss of oxygen for we don't know how long. It keeps me from being mobile. I am very limited in like being able to stand and reach, and I depend on my power chair and my manual chair for getting around.
What type of animals do you have and what is their names?
I have 2 dogs who are out on a walk right now. Bella, who is a Chihuahua Beagle Shepherd Pit Bull mix, who's 5 years old, and Tallulah, who is 9 months old. She is a brindle boxer pit bull mix.
And then what kind of service do your dogs provide you?
A lot of emotional. I've been a widow for 3 years, and I've had Bella since she was 5 weeks old. She got taken from her mom too soon, but and she has always been a lot of emotional support. Tallulah, she's 9 months old and she's learning. She's like learning how to stiffen herself up and to help me balance or to push me so that I don't fall, like transferring in the bathroom. So Tallulah is learning. Bella's a little too small. Bella only weighs 24 pounds, but Bella is my encourager. Come on, Mom.
It's like your spirit.
Yeah, she
It's
is.
like a little spirit, and then Tallulah is like
Tallulah's like the muscles.
like literally like the physical.
Really, Tallulah weighs about 50 pounds. She's a little rock.
How did you hear about the Kia Foundation?
I found you on Facebook, and I was curious, and I looked into it because I would always be running low on dog food and trying to figure out ways to get it and to get it delivered and to be inexpensive, because Bella is on a grain-free diet, and that food is really outrageous.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. So it's really expensive, and I just really needed a little support. I'd been a widow for a little over a year. I was still paying off bills from my husband's passing, so it was just a help at a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been very impressed with how much people really care. And I've been able to get, Bella is 5 years old and she just got spayed because I couldn't afford it. So through Kia, I got hooked up with a spaying group, and
Yeah, they're at every single giveaway.
yeah,
And just like us, but veterinarians.
they're so nice, and they paid for everything at the Sands Clinic, and they were just taken care of, and it's wonderful. Now I don't have to worry about some big old dog pouncing on my 24-pound dog.
It's the same thing with humans.
Yeah.
Like, we have resources if we need it, so animals should too.
Animals too, and people don't understand. Like for me, I was married to my husband for almost 30 years. To be alone, all of a sudden, was big. He was also, that's him in the picture, he also had cerebral palsy, and we were getting through life together, and he got very, very ill, and over the time of 2 years, passed away. And without Bella, I don't know if I would have made it through the first year. Bella was like my entire rock. She learned to crawl under the covers and put her head on a pillow and lay next to me like a human being would lay to comfort me. So, if anybody says animals don't have feelings, she knew. Because she would walk around the bedroom and look for him. And I'd be like, Bella, he's gone. And then she would come and she would lay next to me and cuddle. Like, it's okay, Mommy, I'm still here. And Tallulah is the guard dog because kids in the neighborhood are very mean to Bella because she's so little and she has little dog syndrome. She's this big and she thinks she's like this.
What type of resources do you think would be helpful to pet owners like yourself?
I would love to see some resources. Like Tallulah is very hard to train. I would love to see some training resources, because I've been thinking about this, especially as some of our pet owners, like maybe a veteran or an elderly person or a person with a disability, as their bodies change, they may need some more tips at like how to handle, because some dogs they're just big and hard.
It's like a human.
Figure somebody who maybe has had their dog for years but has a stroke, and now that dog is the dog's always been a puller, but it's never really bothered them because they didn't have the physical limitations they have now. So if there were like some training, like trainers that would come in and work with you a little bit, just help you a little bit to get your animal, not you and the animal, accustomed to like the changes.
Just like the small changes.
The small changes, because
like twisting little knobs and tuning.
Yeah,
it's like a tuner.
Yeah, you got it exactly, because my friend who had a stroke gave up her dog because her dog was a puller and she couldn't walk him anymore. So she gave him to a family member.
And if there was resources like you're saying.
Yeah, if there was resources, somebody could have come, helped a little bit, and maybe she wouldn't have lost that companion. Because as your life changes physically, I know I have, my body ages because of the kind of disability I have. My body ages. I may be 56 years old, but I have the body like of a 70-year-old. Your body is changing and you can't do all the things you used to do. And boy, is it frustrating. And you don't even have your little companion anymore. Or your big companion.
It's like everything.
Everything. I
mean, that shouldn't be.
Elderly and disabled are the two populations that are particular. Veterans too, somewhat, are for loneliness. And for me, the biggest cure for loneliness is a licky puppy. A dog that loves you unconditionally, doesn't care if you're hurting today. They'll console you, and if you're energetic tomorrow, they'll play with you. They just roll with it.
They're just always there.
They
always show up the party.
Oh yeah.
That's what dogs are.
Yeah, that's what they are. They are the party.
Would you recommend the Kia Foundation?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I have. Good girl. Belly, sit the butt. Good girl.